Have you ever babysat a kid while smoking weed? Yeah, me neither. But my babysitter did when I was like 5 years old. It's your boy Swebby here, back with another video, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, like always. And if you're not, I hope this video can make you like laugh a bit and cheer you up. But basically, yeah, you heard the intro. This video is about my babysitter who babysat me when I was 5 years old, and he smoked a lot of weed. I'm not gonna lie, but this was like I remember 3 times. There was like 3 or 4 times that he really fucked up as a babysitter, and this was definitely one of them. This was like, again, I was 5, so my older brother was, I'm pretty sure, like, at a sleepover with one of his friends, and my little brother, who was a year younger than me, was actually with my mom and my stepdad at the time. They were out, I can't remember what they were doing, but they were gonna be gone for like hours. And so, my mom called this babysitter. His name, we're just gonna name him, for the sake of the story, Dirk the Dick. That is going to be his name for this story. So pretty much Dirk would come over anytime my parents needed, a babysitter for me, my little brother, or sometimes even my older brother. But my older brother was like usually 6 years older than me, so sometimes he got to babysit us if it wasn't that long. But basically, Dirk comes over one day, like everything is normal, and I'm not gonna lie, I already didn't like this babysitter because the time before this, he had taken me in my mom's car and actually got a scratch on it, and then made me tell my mom that a kid ran into it with a bike. And that's a whole story time of itself. And then there was another time he did something that's also another story time for another video. But this time, he just wanted to get high, right? And he was like, "Hey, you want to go look for something?" I'm like, "No, not really, because last time you told me to look for something, you locked me out in the backyard." And I'm not kidding. He did. He left me in the backyard for 2 hours and invited his girlfriend to come over, and they had sex in my living room. Yes. Yeah. And so yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. I'd rather go to my room and play some Xbox, or I can't remember if it was, because I know I had a Wii at the time. I can't remember if it was no, it was an Xbox. Yeah, I did have one. My older brother had a PlayStation, that's why. So I was like, no, I'd rather play some Xbox. And at the time I was grinding, Lego Batman, the first one, obviously, because I was fucking 5, and the second one didn't come out yet. But yeah, so I'm playing Lego Batman 1. I'm pretty sure it was the driving Two-Face mission, because I was trying to beat that mission. I just couldn't for whatever reason, because I'm a 5-year-old, and I just smell this terrible smell, just this terrible odor, and it's like super strong for about 30 minutes. And I come, from out my room, and I'm walking. I'm like, what the hell is that smell? And I smell it, and I look at it. I'm like, oh my god, are you smoking in the house? I was like, you can't do that. And he's like, shut up, kid, it's fine. I'm like, no, you can't do that, because, okay, my parents used to tell me that it was illegal to smoke in a house. So I told him, I was like, that's illegal, you can't do that. And he's like, are you stupid? I'm like, no, it's illegal, you stop. And he's like, if you keep this up, I'm gonna tell your mom that you had like candy after bed, like after bedtime. And I was kind of mad at him for saying that, because at the time, again, I was a kid, so it didn't make sense. Certain things were worse than others. I was like, oh shit, me having candy after my bedtime is pretty bad, and my parents will beat my ass for that. So I'm not gonna tell my mom about this. So I go back to my room, play the game, and I guess he thought like my parents were gonna be out for like more than 5 hours. Usually they would be out for a long time, but because they had left pretty late, they had left at like 6 or 7. They got back at like relatively like 9 or 10. And yeah, the weed smell did not go away. You could still smell it, and I could still smell it in my room. And I'm not kidding with you, I probably got secondhand high from that shit too. So pretty much my mom actually gets home. My mom, my stepdad, my older brother and little brother, they get home, and she opens the door, and she goes, "What the fuck is that smell?" And she looks dead at Dirk. And Dirk's like, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything. And my stepdad, who, okay, I'm not trying to expose you, but he is kind of, sometimes a stoner. He smokes some weed every now and then. And he's like, it smells like weed in this house. And my mom's like, did you smoke just now? And he was like, no, I haven't lit anything yet. I haven't lit anything since, we left. And so I come out my room and I come around the corner and Dirk looks at me and is like, kind of like in a shut up way, like don't say anything. And my mouth is sealed. I'm not trying to tell my mom that, or I'm not trying to explain to my mom while I was eating candy after bedtime, because Dirk is a snitch ass bitch, and I was gonna actually throw hands with him if he told my mom that. But my mom's like, seriously, were you smoking weed in my house? And Dirk's like, no, I wasn't, but he was, and points at me, the 5-year-old. I guess he was still so high that his brain was so fucking fried that he thought, oh, maybe if I tell his mom that he was smoking weed, I won't get blamed for it. And I just got one thing to say, bro. The balls on you to say a fucking 5-year-old was the one that was smoking weed in a house is insane. Bro, I was like, what? I was baffled. I was, what? No, you can't blame that on me. I was like, no, it was him. You know how kids do that little, no, it was like, not me, it was him. That kind of like, when they're in trouble, but they actually didn't do it. That's what I was sounding like. It was so funny now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, he seriously tried to blame me, saying a 5-year-old had the ability to get weed and smoke it and know how to smoke it. Yeah, you know me, going to kindergarten every day, and before lunch I had to smoke one. Me and my boys, we rolled it out in the bathroom and on the playground because we just gangster like that. But yeah, this was pretty much the instance that got him fired, because I mean, you're not gonna sit there and blame a mother's kid that's fucking 5, by the way, that he was smoking in the house when it was you. I mean, it was just me and you, Dirk. Who else could it have been? I guess I could have truly been the mastermind and did smoke, so I guess it was me, and I guess you took the rap. So sorry, man. Not kidding. Fuck you, dude. You were an asshole. You locked me out for 2 hours before, so you could have sex with your girlfriend, bro. And you probably didn't even last the 2 hours. You lasted maybe 4 minutes. No, you know what? Fuck that. You lasted 30 seconds, so fuck off. And you know what? To further my point, because of that damn smell, I had died the last time in my Lego Batman game, actually through my controller. So, fuck you, Dirk. And I guess the moral of the story is, don't smoke weed while babysitting, because it's fucking retarded. And, I hope everybody did enjoy the story time. And, comment down below, Dirk, you're a dick, or Dirk the Dick, or something similar. Consider liking and subscribing, and I hope everybody has the fantastic rest of their day. Peace.